There's a long-held and revered tradition here in the United States of taking your family, putting them in the station wagon, hooking up to the travel trailer, and heading down the highway, heading out to the country, taking the family camping. It's really helped keep families together for generations. Well, it's really kind of nice when you come across some of this history from this long-held tradition that probably began during the Depression, when there were a lot of people that were just plain homeless and living in their vehicles. And they would make house trailers, they call them house trucks. They're the original motorhomes, and they'd build stuff on the back of a truck for their family to live in because they couldn't afford a house. Well, that spawned a very large industry of making travel trailers, and back in the 50s they really came out with some cool ones, and I've got a specimen here behind me you can see this for sale. That's pretty cool. It's one of those things you want to get into and just rework and remake and put it together and take it camping and make it useful again. So let's go take a look at it. Yeah, here we have a 1953 23-foot travel trailer. It's pretty cool. This one they're asking about $1,500 for, or best offer. They usually start in bad condition around $600–700 and work their way up from there depending on the condition. This one looks like it's in pretty sweet condition. Let's see what we've got. Look at this here. This is your trailer brakes. This here is a master cylinder for brakes, and this here hooks to your vehicle. So if it breaks away from the truck or the station wagon when you're driving it, this lever will push the brakes and apply the hydraulic brakes in the back on the wheels. You just don't see stuff like that nowadays. It's all electronic. It's a Boles Aero. Very cool. Look at this thing. It's pretty straight. You look around the outside. That's kind of the most important part, is that the outside's in decent condition. Doesn't look like it's been ran into stuff. Look at the back end profile on this thing. These things can be just absolutely beautiful when they're fixed up. Looks like the original taillights. This is the side with all the windows. Look at the wheels on this thing. A single axle on a 23-footer. Old 16.5 split rims with baby moons. Beautiful. Here's your plug-in, where you plug it into shore power. Well, that needs some work. There's your water hookup. Let's see if we can get inside this thing. Well, let's try this back door. Nope, it's locked. Let's try the front door. It's open. Let's go in. Well, you know how you have a step on your RV? This one has a step, or had a step. Anyway, it doesn't seem to work. So they have a box here. So let's go in and take a look. Look at this here. It's got a little bit of water damage, as you can see, in the roof. This would be a gut job, obviously. You want to take it apart. Looks like they had a refrigerator in here. Look at the sink on this thing. Is that amazing or what? Big double sink with a corner kitchen. A little stove went right there. See the propane line for it? That needs replaced. It's all twisted. And you got the cabinets up front and the curve. And square out the front. Look at this light fixture. That is really a cool light fixture. This is all pretty standard stuff that came in these back in 1953. Not a lot of updating here. And then there's the bedroom in the back. A little dark. It's a cabinet, roof vent, heater, and the back door. Here's the head. Well, somebody installed a flush toilet in this thing. Apparently it sat in a park somewhere and they just hooked up a flush toilet instead of having a one of those you know, camper toilets. And then there's this miniature sink in the corner. That's pretty cool. And it's a wet bath. So the whole bathroom is the shower there. This is so retro. Kind of makes you want to go about buying something like this and fixing it all up and making it really nice. What's this little gadget? There you go. There's your towel rack. And it just slides right back into that little pocket. Had a cutting board that went in this slot. Obviously it's not there anymore. Look at the cabinets here. See, there's your wheel well on that side, and a place to hang some clothes. And a wooden hanger door. And another door here. There you go. Darkness. Yeah, it looks like the ceiling's falling in a little bit, but you know what? This is one of those things where you want to just take pictures and then take it apart and make sure it doesn't leak anymore, and then repanel everything and rewire, because they got some funky electrical in here. All this was done without ground wires, because back in 1953 they didn't have ground wires. They only had the 2-prong plug-ins. You know, it's kind of interesting to see what these look like when they're fixed up. I got a few pictures of some I ran across while I was traveling. I think you'll like take a look at some of these. They're just gorgeous, aren't they? Man, I tell you what, the things that you can do with one of these old travel trailers, when they can start by looking all raspy and ratty and broken down, and with a little bit of love and a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of money, you can come up with a beautiful piece of history.